John Macker.
Thank you, John. I don't know if I'm the man of the hour, but I'm the man of the next 20 minutes. Thank you all for coming. It's great to share an evening with truly old friends. Very young in spirit, Garrett, John, Danny. It's great to be up here. It's very special. Reading with you guys is like what it's all about. This is David Belzer, who interviewed John Coltrane.
That sounds
And he wanted to know the secret. David Belzer, the poet, had to find out what the secret of John Coltrane's madness and his genius was. And John Coltrane, towards the end of his life, it was in a hotel room. He was just laying there, and he wasn't saying anything. He was just, But after about 20 minutes of silence, he said, "It's easy. It's easy. All I do, I put it down, you gotta pick it up." And that's the way I've always felt about my friends and how I learn poetry, is that you put it down and I gotta pick it up somewhere. I'm going to read a poem that sounds like it's really long, but it's not. I don't like long things. Juan Felipe Herrera is a wonderful poet, one of my favorites. And he wrote a poem called 5 Directions to My House. And I said, that's not possible. There's got to be more than that. And so I said, well, I came up with 24 directions to my house. Juan Felipe Herrera, one of his lines is, "You are there, almost. Without a body. Go now." So 24 directions to my house. Number 1, pass the exhausted prayer flags after a day of fiendish wind and no grace. 2, find true north on your compass and locate the crossroads where I've shredded the most debilitating of my regrets. 3, if you're coming from the south, turn right at the Weatherall Inn and let the scorpions lunch your way. 4, if you run into Denver or Cleveland, you've gone too far. 5, retrace your steps. 6, Lao Tzu said to do your work and then step back. The true path to serenity. Well, serenity can be a ghost town. Use the traffic circle. 7, ride in low out of the rising sun and then listen to your podcast. Remember, there is a trope for every wild thing that forms on your parched leaves. 8, follow the theory and practice of regenerative rivers. 9, ignore the chaos magic sign and proceed north by northwest in the heart of your temporary madness. 10, my address is as numerically far away from the Arctic Circle as it'll ever be. 11, if you find me hibernating, you've come to the wrong cave. 12, if you discover that the American experiment, as performed by alchemists, hysterics, pseudo-shamans, podcast hosts, Christian nationalists, slumlords, politicians, and polluters is terrifying, that climate change is the monarch of our lives, and that happiness is not a warm gun, you've come to the right neighborhood. 13, if you reach the point where the Rio Grande disappears into the desert, and feisty Aprils of wind impress the sun with their effortless dust, you've gone too far. Give the Trump boy mural on the corner of Winslow, Arizona, my best. 15, pass Hopi. Paint places spirit, places power, places landform. I try to live off the grid in one or all of these places in my mind. 16, here in the gloaming, the garden loses its hard edges. The last of autumn's sour leaves, the broadleaf yucca, where the shadows entomb themselves in the hard earth. 17, my address is impossible to discern after dark. 18, a power that be wants to implant a microchip in my brain so I can communicate my maladies to a computer. No middleman, and I won't need an address. 19, a grackle's atonal screech from a tree overlooking my casita is just an avatar announcing your arrival any day now. 20, you're not here yet. 21, past the incandescence of youth. Every bar a star, every entrance an event, every sentence a chorale, every word gospel. There's always a somewhere ruptured by war. If you have to be sure, don't write. Berryman told Merlin one day in the dry heat of the turkey. 22, cold north wind. Its white noise, once lost the mountains, follows Luminari north south. Scours our backyard for a place to rendezvous with its origin story. And its roaring stillness across suspect terrain becomes us. 23. A blessing of kiva smoke on the far rise. Snow, distance, moon, calliope hummingbird, desert tortoise. Are cosmic apertures that expose the darkness around them. I'm the house with the stacked cordwood and windshield. Follow the blue sky of the driveway. I hope you like spirits. I'm 24. Welcome. Thank you. Happy equinox. September Blue Poem. This is kind of a new one, and I'd like you to The sky is so blue, the air is so clear, I can hear the mission bells from some other time and place. Praise has always sought its own level. My knees don't genuflect like they used to, but I, despite the rhythms and times and altitude, reach a kind of endless Mars gate. It's September, and memories gross with adamantine chill, still. Lusty and fragrant, late-blooming flowers will soon audibly sigh and then wilt as if they'd swallowed a myth that the world was under the spell of a seismic shift in priorities, or are embarrassed by the fading colors of their fate. The earth has a seizure disorder, but the season should calm us with its liminal sorcery. The ravens and rain have lifted off the mythical Los Desperados Grande. Border cowboys who swear by flying saucers walk disheartened back to their colorful trucks. The largesse of sunflowers. It's been a seismic year. Ravens know nothing but praise, gratitude, peace on earth, but they bless this descent, this desert, swim in the blue dry air like manta rays. A September morning is like this, a chance to experiment with the crude and enchantments. To belabor the ineffable, to geek out over an extraterrestrial message or two. Every day begins with the taste of honey. Every day gives voice to our spirits all over again. This is called Birds. This is to my wife. And I mentioned the novelist Jim Harrison. He had died recently, sometime around when I was writing this poem. And I wrote and spent a couple of days down at the Bosque del Apache Wildlife Refuge down between Santa Fe and Albuquerque. Birds. In the wildlife refuge, a flock of snow geese ascends as one, loosely woven, textile, undulating in the wind, white as a parliament of moons, its light as a feather sojourn in the shapelessness of time's passage, a contemplation of pure organic form. It is 19 degrees. January is one snowfall away from lasting until spring. The humble Jim Harrison died at his writing table at his writing desk, finished but never finished. One of those presences. No beginning or end, one-eyed, smash-mouthed angel writing birds or poems I haven't caught yet. Last words must divide writing. And some days, winter is in May lonely. Some days, the wind chill is bone deep. No lapses in wonder, just the earth, in delicate care mirror, accessorizing itself with tapers and titmice, lone pine tip thrashes morning song, nuances that subvert power, spasms of uplift like this unfurling snowscape of taking breath away birds.